Madam, at the outset, this bill is superficial. It is merely an exercise of moving papers around and fails to address the pressing challenges that are being faced by the railways. The bill even fails to incorporate any of the recommendations made by several expert committees over the years. The Committee on Restructuring of Railways 2015 to protect the interest of stakeholders, promote competition, recommended setting up an independent regulator, but this current bill fails to create an independent regulator. Madam, just to give a picture of the unseriousness and incompetence of the current deposition, in May 2017, the Union Cabinet approved the constitution of RDA. RDA was somewhat limited, was like a regulator. The authority is yet to be set up, Madam. The Sridharan Committee 2014 emphasized the importance of granting financial powers to zonal administrations, allowing them to independently handle project tenders and other financial decisions without seeking approval of the Railway Board. Madam, similarly, the Committee on Restructuring Railways 2015 argued that empowering zones would foster healthy competition, enhance accountability for transport performance and profitability. This bill has again failed to act on any of the recommendations. I give a specific example, Madam. The Balasore train disaster highlights significant flaws in the railway compensation mechanism. The ex gratia announcement totaling 32.8 crore, 76% of the 1102 officially affected victims sought justice through RCTs, filing 841 pleas for enhanced granting compensation. Then what was granted, Madam, out of 793 cases were resolved, granting 18.69 crore additional compensation, with the highest individual hike being 5.4 lakh. Madam, data reveals 90 injured victims received no initial compensation and 32 cases were contested by railways demanding proof of travel. The bill could have prioritized addressing the systemic shortcoming, but instead fixates on procedural formalities, leaving critical issues of victim relief and justice unaddressed. Train derailment, Madam. The staffing shortage itself is the frequent and often fatal train collisions and derailments. In last 5 years, Madam, 351 persons died, 970 were injured in 200 consequential railway accidents. This includes the horrific Balasore and Kanchenjunga train accidents. About the Kavach system, Madam, as of February 2024, Kavach had been deployed on only 1465 route kilometer and 139 locomotives, with major routes like Delhi-Mumbai, Delhi-Kolkata still not covered by the system. Madam, the railway collisions are major safety challenges. In the annual report from Commissioner of Railway Safety suggests that train derailments in the country is much bigger problem for railway safety, with train derailment accounting for 75% of total rail accidents in 22-23. Madam, in 1 minute, Madam. Train defects were the single largest cause of train derailments, accounting for 40% of total derailments in 22-23. Madam, CAG has, in his report on derailments, Indian Railways found significant shortfalls in train inspection, with even for Group A and B, broad gauge routes had a shortfall in inspection ranging between 30 and 50% different zones, meaning the tracks were non-inspected in a stipulated period of time. Madam, there are 3 lakh vacant non-gazetted posts, and the Railway Board said the decision to re-engage retired staff was taken keeping with difficulties being experienced by zonal railways due to vacant posts. Madam, in RTI March 2024, the Ministry stated 1.5 lakh posts were vacant in the safety category, and as of August 2023, there were 53,000 vacancies in just operational safety division of Indian Railways. Madam, look at this position. I am concluding, Madam. Now, from 1991 to 21-22, we have lost 4.40 lakh jobs in the railways. Lastly, Madam, overcrowding. I wish the Honourable Minister, sits on the North Indian routes. One would be lucky to find a seat. And lastly, Madam, I am just digressing from this. Take the opportunity to request the Honourable Minister, in Kishanganj, Kocha Daman requires railway station. In my station, in my constituency, Nampur railway station has to be renovated. And kindly, Madam, in my constituency, the Falaknuma ROB and the Shastripura ROB will break the Guinness Book of Records now. For 4 years, Madam, it has been pending. And in Shastripura ROB construction, 10-15 people have lost their lives. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you talk about the civil aviation growth figures, after Narendra Modi ji has become the Prime Minister of this country, and you would have heard him constantly say also, when he talks about the Indian growth, he wants the Indian aviation also to assist the growth of India, this thing. And the number of airports, which is staggering number, 74 airports we had in 2014, and no other country in the world has achieved this kind of success where we have doubled from 74 to the almost 157 airports in the country, sir. This is a huge and staggering number, which surprises the best of the countries in the world also. And if you look at the domestic air passenger traffic, what was to be in 67 million in 2014, it is 153 million right now, which is more than doubled also. and the number of aircrafts that were there, the fleet size used to be 400 in 2014, and now in 10 years we have made it to 813. This also we have doubled. And there are many other aspects which have doubled, which have improved. I'll talk about it. Has not doubled. Airfares have not doubled, that much I can say right now, and I'll talk about it also. Sir, regarding
Mr. John Britas,
regarding the growth of civil aviation, I have presented it to you some of the basic stats which give us a look into the industry on how it has improved. But today we are seeing civil aviation as not just the basis of these numbers. We are not saying that when we talk about aviation, it is how many airports we have, how many passengers we are increasing. This we are wanting to deep dive into this aspect. The growth that we have observed is just the tip of the iceberg, and we believe civil aviation has a lot of potential to drive the economy of the whole country. We are looking at the MRO sector. We are looking at how to build our own aircraft here. We are looking at how to skill our own people so that they don't need to go abroad and come back and work in the civil aviation industry here. And we are looking at bringing in more expertise into the industry, let it be in terms of production, let it be in terms of manufacturing. And that is why one of the principal things that we are bringing in this new act is the definition for design, maintenance, and manufacture. Sir, in the earlier act, Indian Aircraft Act, only the word maintenance was mentioned. And even that, there was no definition for it. But now, we are adding in design, and we are adding in manufacture also. And we are thoroughly defining all these three terms, which are very important for us, Indian aviation industry, to go forward. And how will these definitions help, sir? The ICAO, when it looks at all these countries on who is going to manufacture airplanes, it looks at how is it being backed up by the legislations in that country. And till now, if we say that we are trying to manufacture our own plane, we don't have any legislation which defines as such that what is the design of an aircraft, what are the airworthiness of an aircraft, what should be the type certification of the aircraft. Is the country ready to do that or not? But now, under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, we are strongly saying that India is at a stage where it can design, manufacture, and maintain its own aircraft. And that is the direction in which we want to level up and go forward in the civil aviation industry. And if you look at many more other statistics I have, sir, which shows that there is a huge potential in this country. And right now, we are moving forward in that. And as we add these definitions of design, we are making India as a state of design, making India as a state of manufacture, making India as a state of maintenance, we see that there is a huge potential to create economic activity and especially job creation. Sir, one number, ICAO, which is International Civil Aviation Organization, and many other international bodies, they've all come out with one figure, the multiplier effect. One job that you want to create or in the civil aviation industry, it leads to ultimately creating 6.7 times the number of jobs.